The authority having jurisdiction, or OJ, typically the local building or fire department official, determines if a commercial garage is Class 1 or unclassified due to proper ventilation at the floor. The AHA has the authority to interpret and enforce building and fire codes and would make the final determination based on an inspection of the garage in Miami, Florida. The building owner or operator is responsible for 505.4A. The owner is ultimately responsible for ensuring that the garage meets the requirements of NFPA 505, including Section 505.4A. Section 505.4 requires that commercial garages have mechanical ventilation systems that provide a minimum air change rate of 0.5 air changes per hour, abbreviated ACH, at floor level. The ventilation system must be designed and installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and applicable codes and standards. It is important to note that the AHA may have additional requirements or interpretations beyond the minimum requirements of NFPA 505. It is recommended to consult with the AHA for specific guidance in your jurisdiction. Now let's delve deeper into the specific requirements and considerations related to commercial garage ventilation. The primary goal of ventilation in a commercial garage is to prevent the accumulation of flammable vapors such as those from gasoline or other fuels. These vapors, being heavier than air, tend to concentrate near the floor, creating a potential fire or explosion hazard. Proper ventilation dilutes these vapors and removes them from the garage, maintaining a safe environment. The AHA plays a crucial role in ensuring that the ventilation system is adequate for the specific characteristics of the garage. This includes considering factors such as the size of the garage, the types of vehicles that are serviced or stored there, and the potential for vapor generation. The AHA may require additional ventilation beyond the minimum 0.5 ACH if the garage has unique characteristics that warrant it. The design and installation of the ventilation system must adhere to specific codes and standards, including those related to air duct materials, fan specifications, and exhaust locations. The system must be designed to effectively capture and remove vapors from the floor level, where they are most likely to accumulate. Regular maintenance of the ventilation system is also essential to ensure its continued effectiveness. This includes inspecting and cleaning air ducts, replacing filters, and verifying the proper operation of fans and other components. The building owner or operator is responsible for establishing and implementing a maintenance program for the ventilation system. In addition to the minimum ventilation requirements, the AHA may also require the installation of vapor detectors to monitor the concentration of flammable vapors in the garage. These detectors can provide an early warning of potential hazards and allow for corrective action to be taken before a fire or explosion occurs. The AHA may also require the implementation of specific procedures for handling flammable liquids in the garage, such as the use of spill containment measures and the proper disposal of waste materials. These procedures are designed to minimize the risk of vapor generation and maintain a safe working environment. It is important to remember that the requirements for commercial garage ventilation can vary depending on the jurisdiction. The AHA is the final authority on these requirements and should be consulted for specific guidance. Furthermore, understanding the principles behind ventilation and vapor control is essential for ensuring a safe and compliant commercial garage. This includes knowledge of airflow patterns, vapor density, and the factors that influence vapor generation. Proper training for employees who work in the garage is also important to ensure that they are aware of the potential hazards and the procedures for minimizing risks. Firstly, understanding the roles is paramount. The AHA is the enforcer, the interpreter, and the final decision maker regarding code compliance. They are the ones who conduct inspections, review plans, and ultimately determine whether the garage meets the required safety standards. Secondly, it's the owner's responsibility. The building owner or operator is responsible for ensuring that the garage is designed, constructed, and maintained in accordance with all applicable codes and standards, including NFPA 505. This includes hiring qualified professionals to design and install the ventilation system, as well as implementing a regular maintenance program. Thirdly, it's important to get familiar with NFPA 505. This standard provides detailed requirements for the design, installation, and operation of commercial garages, including ventilation systems. It specifies the minimum air change rate, as well as other requirements for air duct materials, fan specifications, and exhaust locations. Fourthly, air changes are important. The 0.5 ACH requirement means that the entire volume of air in the garage must be replaced with fresh air at least once every 2 hours. This is necessary to dilute and remove flammable vapors that may accumulate near the floor. Fifthly, system design is also important. The ventilation system must be designed to effectively capture and remove vapors from the floor level, where they are most likely to accumulate. This may require the use of low-level exhaust vents or other specialized equipment. Sixthly, maintenance is also key. Regular maintenance of the ventilation system is essential to ensure its continued effectiveness. This includes inspecting and cleaning air ducts, replacing filters, and verifying the proper operation of fans and other components. Seventh, vapor detection may be needed. The AHJ may require the installation of vapor detectors to monitor the concentration of flammable vapors in the garage. These detectors can provide an early warning of potential hazards and allow for corrective action to be taken. Eighth, procedures are important. The AHJ may require the implementation of specific procedures for handling flammable liquids in the garage, such as the use of spill containment measures and the proper disposal of waste materials. Ninth, understand variations. The requirements for commercial garage ventilation can vary depending on the jurisdiction. It's imperative to consult the AHJ for specific guidance. 10th, ensure everyone is up to speed. Proper training for employees who work in the garage is crucial to ensure that they are aware of the potential hazards and the procedures for minimizing risks. In addition, let's discuss common challenges in commercial garage ventilation. One common challenge is ensuring adequate air distribution throughout the garage. If the ventilation system is not properly designed, some areas of the garage may not receive sufficient airflow, leading to the accumulation of flammable vapors. Another challenge is dealing with seasonal variations in temperature and humidity. In colder climates, the ventilation system may need to be adjusted to prevent excessive heat loss. In humid climates, the system may need to be designed to remove moisture from the air, which can contribute to corrosion and other problems. Another challenge is addressing the presence of other contaminants in the air, such as dust, welding fumes, or exhaust gases. These contaminants can reduce the effectiveness of the ventilation system and create a health hazard for employees. In some cases, it may be necessary to install additional filtration or air purification equipment to remove these contaminants. It's also important to consider the energy efficiency of the ventilation system. A poorly designed system can consume a significant amount of energy, leading to higher operating costs. It may be possible to improve the energy efficiency of the system by using variable speed fans, heat recovery systems, or other energy-saving technologies. Finally, it's important to remember that commercial garage ventilation is an ongoing process. The ventilation system should be regularly inspected and maintained to ensure that it continues to operate effectively. The AHJ should be consulted periodically to ensure that the garage remains in compliance with all applicable codes and standards. Remember that the goal is to maintain a safe and healthy environment for employees and customers alike. Another critical aspect involves the selection of appropriate ventilation equipment. The choice of fans, ducts, and other components will significantly impact the system's performance and energy efficiency. Firstly, fan selection is crucial. The type of fan used in the ventilation system should be carefully selected based on the size of the garage, the required airflow rate, and the static pressure of the ductwork. There are several types of fans available, including axial fans, centrifugal fans, and mixed flow fans. Axial fans are typically used for applications with low static pressure, while centrifugal fans are better suited for applications with high static pressure. Mixed flow fans offer a compromise between these two types. Secondly, ductwork should be appropriate. The ductwork should be sized appropriately to minimize pressure drop and ensure adequate airflow. The material used for the ductwork should be resistant to corrosion and other forms of degradation. Galvanized steel is a common choice for ductwork in commercial garages. Thirdly, filters are a must. Filters are used to remove dust, dirt, and other contaminants from the airstream. The type of filter used will depend on the specific contaminants that are present in the air. Common types of filters include pleated filters, bag filters, and HEPA filters. Fourthly, dampers are an option. Dampers are used to control the flow of air through the ventilation system. They can be used to balance the airflow to different areas of the garage or to shut off the airflow to certain areas when they are not in use. Fifthly, louvers are a necessity. Louvers are used to provide an opening for air to enter or exit the garage. They should be designed to prevent the entry of rain, snow, and other debris. 6. Controls are needed. The ventilation system should be equipped with controls that allow the operator to adjust the airflow rate and other parameters. These controls can be manual or automatic. 7. Heat recovery systems may be considered. Heat recovery systems can be used to recover heat from the exhaust air and transfer it to the incoming air. This can significantly reduce the energy consumption of the ventilation system. 8. Variable speed drives may be useful. Variable speed drives can be used to adjust the speed of the fans based on the actual ventilation demand. This can further reduce the energy consumption of the system. 9th, consider proper placement. The location of the air intake and exhaust vent should be carefully considered to ensure that the ventilation system is effective. The air intake vent should be located away from sources of contamination, such as exhaust fumes or dust. The exhaust vents should be located in a position where they will not create a nuisance for nearby residents or businesses. 10th, regular inspections are non-negotiable. The ventilation system should be regularly inspected to ensure that all components are in good working order. Any damaged or worn component should be replaced promptly. In addition to the above, let's discuss specific scenarios and their ventilation needs. Firstly, welding areas need special attention. Welding operations can generate significant amounts of fumes and smoke, which can be harmful to workers' health. These areas should be equipped with local exhaust ventilation systems to capture the fumes and smoke at the source. Secondly, paint spraying areas must be considered. Paint spraying operations can release volatile organic compounds, abbreviated VOC, into the air, which can also be harmful to workers' health. These areas should be equipped with spray booths that are designed to contain and remove the VOC. Thirdly, battery charging areas also need proper ventilation. Battery charging operations can release hydrogen gas, which is flammable. These areas should be equipped with ventilation systems to prevent the accumulation of hydrogen gas. Fourthly, vehicle repair bays are important. Vehicle repair bays should be equipped with general ventilation systems to remove exhaust fumes and other contaminants from the air. Fifthly, storage areas are necessary. Storage areas for flammable liquids should be equipped with ventilation systems to prevent the accumulation of flammable vapors. Sixth, consider inspection pits. Inspection pits should be equipped with ventilation systems to remove exhaust fumes and other contaminants from the air. Seventh, include vehicle washing areas. Vehicle washing areas should be equipped with ventilation systems to remove water vapor and other contaminants from the air. Eighth, tire changing areas must be considered. Tire changing areas should be equipped with ventilation systems to remove dust and other contaminants from the air. Ninth, office areas too. Office areas within the commercial garage should be equipped with ventilation systems to provide a comfortable and healthy working environment for employees. 10th, ensure that waiting areas are also safe. Waiting areas for customers should be equipped with ventilation systems to provide a comfortable and healthy environment. In conclusion, commercial garage ventilation is a complex topic that requires careful consideration of various factors. The AHA plays a crucial role in ensuring that the ventilation system is adequate for the specific characteristics of the garage. The building owner or operator is responsible for ensuring that the garage is designed, constructed, and maintained in accordance with all applicable codes and standards.